Edward Rosenthal is the Chief Operating Officer of Quintessentially, a company that puts high-end clients together with luxury services and has 44 offices worldwide. Mr. Rosenthal, thanks for joining us on Evening Edition.
My pleasure.
What recession?
What recession? Yeah, I mean, I think it's certainly being felt, but maybe not in the ways that people think at the very high-end restaurants. Of course, you're talking about a very small percentage of restaurants that are going to get $200, $300, $400, $500 a head for dinner, and those restaurants themselves are very small. So to fill a 60-seat restaurant, it's not as hard, especially in a big city like New York, where we have members. You know, we're all over the world. We have members coming in from the Middle East. We have members coming in from Europe. We have members coming in from all over looking for these tables at the best restaurants in the world.
So when we say the wealthy, are we talking about the Bill Gateses of the world?
In some senses, yes. I mean, Bill's not a member yet. But we do have very, very wealthy members, members that own their own planes. We have members of royal families. We have rock stars and Hollywood movie stars and Hollywood producers. We have businessmen and doctors and lawyers and people that can afford to do that one way or the other. We also have, you know, while we're not a discount service, we're a luxury service, we also have a general level membership that's accessible to most of the people who would want to do the things that we allow. That's the cost of a gym membership.
And because of the economic climate, are you finding that more people are booking for social rather than corporate events?
For sure. I think all companies, not all, you can't say all, but most companies are being very conscious about their expense spending now. And so a lot more of the reservations at these high-end places seem to be coming for birthdays, anniversaries, things like that.
Are the high-end restaurants offering more affordable menus? Are you finding that out?
We're not. I actually spoke to a few friends of mine that do that for a living. I used to be in that business, and both of them run very large restaurant companies, and said there has been no talk of reducing prices.
Talk to me about, you mentioned New York and about how the atmosphere is here, but other big cities also being hit by the economic climate. What are you finding there?
You know, I think the financial centers are hit worst by financial crises. So New York, Hong Kong, London are feeling the effects probably the most acutely. But around the world, you know, we had a record December in terms of booking travel for our members, and so that part of the business is still strong.
Talk to me about the industry, the restaurant industry. Is it counter-cyclical?
It can be.
In what way?
Well, I think if you look at a business like the liquor industry, where a company like Bacardi may not care if they're selling a bottle in a restaurant or a bottle in a liquor store, and people might be buying the bottles in liquor stores in a down economy. I think in restaurants, it can be in terms of the way they spend their money. People might be going to the same restaurants, but spending less, not buying the huge bottle of wine.
Why do you think that people still tend to spend this type of money at restaurants, even in an economic climate like this?
I think, you know, in moderation and owing to the fact that there's what's going on now is going on, you know, it's what people like to do. They like to eat out. They like to kind of leave their home and work problems behind, and people are still doing it.
Although we are basically talking about the habits of the rich and famous, the wealthy, we did talk during the break. I want to talk to you about your foundation, Quintessentially Foundation. Talk to me about that. You know, primarily targeted towards underprivileged children?
Children, yeah. We work with a company, a couple of charities. One is called Room to Read. They're very child-focused. You know, that to us are charities that no matter the politics or the region, everybody in the world can get behind helping children. We've had so many of our members, especially now, even the ones that are doing well, are not spending the way they used to be spending, and they've come to us and said, you know, we need help. We want to give our money away in a way that makes sense, and so we created a foundation to have, so they had a vehicle they're comfortable with.
And could you tell us if people want more information about the foundation?
Quintessentially.com.
Edward Rosenthal of Quintessentially. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate it.
Pleasure, Mark.